Good morning. All right. How y'all feeling? You know what time it is. You know what rhyme it is. I'm your gracious host, A6. And basically, before we begin, I'd appreciate it if you could subscribe, hit the like button as usual, maybe share the video. That'd be nice. I'm feeling decent today. It took me a second to get out of bed. I was tired as hell, but I'm here. We're moving. All right, so with that said, before we can go ahead and get right into it, but today's topic basically is going to be pretty much to, if I have any that watch, I doubt it, but like there's a few probably that do watch, the Trump supporters. Now, anybody that knows me knows I take sides with neither party because I listen to both points and I point out flaws in both and realize they're both full of shit. So I'm not a Democrat. I used to be a Democrat, and I'm not a Republican either. So a lot of times when shit happens, I'll pull out the contradictions of both parties of what they said as opposed to what their actions said, and basically point that out. So what I'm noticing is a lot of these Trump supporters get quiet when he does some dumbass shit. Like, yo, it always turns into a silent fest. It's like a cricket performing festival. Like whenever Trump does something stupid, the crickets just start performing. Like it's like an orchestra or some shit. And them crickets be loud as a motherfucker from that right wing side. They be loud as shit. So basically, if you haven't heard already, I don't know if some people aren't Second Amendment people. Trump originally, and under his cabinet, not Obama's cabinet, there was more gun control passed under Trump than Obama, and this is a fact we have to pay attention to. So with that said, the bump stock ban, which basically took what's called they called it a bump stock. It's like a plastic stock that goes on the back of a gun and rests against your shoulder, and the job is it's supposed to like bounce the gun back and forth, and if you hold it a certain way, you can actually fire the gun multiple rounds per minute without having to move, squeeze the trigger. The trigger is pretty much squeeze itself. So they're pretty much calling it, saying that a bump stock turns a regular semi-automatic into a fully automatic pistol, fully automatic rifle, which is complete bullshit, but whatever. So that happened about, I think, 3 years ago now, maybe 4 years. This is one of the first things he did when he got in office, after he got done rolling back everything. So with that done, now we just discovered ATF is pretty much putting a ban on the honey badger. And if I'm not mistaken, the honey badger is a pistol, like one of those long pistols, and it's not like the requirements for it to be a rifle, which means it's not long enough to be a rifle, so it's not classified as a submachine gun because it's not fully automatic. So they pretty much put it in the long pistol category, and this is receiving a bump under Trump, under his administration. So that's more gun control. Like, yo, y'all motherfuckers is silent as a bitch, because whenever Obama did some shit, and I ain't an Obama guy, anybody that watches the channel know I don't fuck with Obama at all, but I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. I'm gonna call it what it is. Anytime fucking Obama did some shit about common sense gun control, y'all son of a bitches were up in arms. Now that Trump is doing all this bullshit and y'all savior is pretty much fucking y'all over, y'all are quiet as shit. And I'm looking at all the conservative, like some of the YouTube videos conservatives watch, and I'm looking at the comments, and nobody's blaming Trump. People are just blaming the ATF, but what they don't understand is the ATF is pretty much underneath Trump at this point. So whatever decisions they make, Trump has ear on, or has the ability to say something about, but hasn't said anything. So the same way they blamed Obama for everything when he was in office is the same way Trump needs to be blamed. But it's a size game. And what people don't understand is both parties are owned by the same people. It really doesn't make a goddamn difference. So we up here fighting about shit we shouldn't even be fighting about. To see the real enemy, you got to unite, but it's not happening because there's just so much division, man. You got maskers versus anti-maskers. You've got Trumpers versus Biden people, or Democrats versus Republicans. You got the it's just all kinds of factions people put against each other pretty much to keep y'all beefing. And as long as y'all in that lower state of mind, man, we ain't never gonna be able to figure out what the hell's going on. And they know that shit. So that's pretty much what's happening, man. And it's a whole lot of people throwing shit on Trump. And it's a whole lot of people that were throwing shit on Biden, but we gotta stop taking sides, man. Be on the side of truth. And stop reading just one news source from one side or the other. Try to read both of them, because I spent years reading the Democrat shit. Now I'm researching Republican shit. I'm realizing, yo, it's really the same shit. It's just everything's flipped the opposite way, but the same type of biases occur, but just for that particular side. So it's not truth. It's just pretty much biased news reporting, which I don't call it I don't call that journalism, man. Journalism is not persuasive to me. Journalism prevents all the facts, good, bad, or ugly, and lets the viewer decide. This shit is like persuasive journalism. That shit ain't real journalism to me, but I mean, it's subjective, I guess. You got some people that say it is. I don't think so, though, man. Like, yo, if you're that good at reporting news or whatever, man, just report the facts and let the people decide, for real. But like, you know, we all know what's going on with that. Again, the news is also owned by the same people. So that's pretty much what's going on, man. And it is what it is. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section about today's topic. Meanwhile, I will holler at y'all later. Peace out.